Well. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing just fine. This is another episode of, what is it? The 7 o'clock slot is what we called it now, isn't it? Something like that, yeah. And also it's like the Liverpool Transfer Daily thing that we're doing as well. And we have got a fair bit of stuff to go over today, guys. Not done a stream for a fair bit of time. So we're going to get into that, dive straight in. But, first and foremost, just a quick reminder that obviously, hit that like button, guys, as you join the stream. Comment, join in with the chat, get in with your thoughts and opinions in the chat. And we are also in partnership with Number 19 Apparel Co., which is going along the bottom of the screen right now. We've got Jem with us right now, and also Miss Guehi. Hope you're both
Guehi.
Shona, is there anything you want to share before we crack on, mate?
I was only thinking about Muscusi there. I was on a boat trip, and any time we went under a bridge, I would be like, Muscusi. But if you haven't watched your trip, that's why you won't get that. But yeah, I'm just back from Amsterdam, guys, so I'm a little bit worse for wear. So please bear with me, and make sure that you check out Number 19 apparelco.com.
Nice. And also, guys, as well, if Gavin's with us, I have messaged him to say that he's passed his trophy for winning the competition, the quiz thing, that is being picked up today. So it should be with him tomorrow, I think. So I'll be we'll get a picture of confirmation of that, and I'll share that with you, Shona.
Yeah.
Right then, where should we start? I think we should start with the confirmation of something that's just broke, like literally, 15, 20 minutes ago, that Nat Phillips has left the club. He's gone to West Brom Albion. He's joined them for £3 million. I'll just quickly read some stuff off the Liverpool website. They confirm it's happened. The 28-year-old finalised his move today. He made his debut in 2020 when he returned temporarily from a loan spell with Stuttgart to play in an FA Cup victory over Everton before then going back to Germany. He then played a hugely important role when he played 20 times in the next year, helping Klopp's injury-affected team secure third place. He was actually voted Standard Chartered Player of the Month by supporters in March. And then he joined Bournemouth on loan, and then he's further been on at Celtic, Cardiff, and Derby County. So, any thoughts on Nat Phillips, Shona, with him being gone?
I'm indifferent, to be honest with you. I don't think he was ever going to fit into the plans. I think Klopp kind of utilised him when we were kind of low and on backup, and he didn't really see. They used to call him, what was it, Nat Daily, or no? Instead of Maldini, they call him
Naldini. Something like that, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Which was great, but I don't think he's lived up to that name. But look, good enough for him. I hope he does well, not at the expense of Liverpool. Yeah,
goes my well wishes as well. We've got a few people here, like Muscusi, saying he'll never forget Phillips is stepping up to help us during our injury crisis. Jen loved him. Gary Richards says hello, tally-ho even. Sorry, Gary, you know, mate. So yeah, that was the Nat Phillips stuff that we've got. Where else shall we go to? I'll tell you what, then I'll get your thoughts on this then, Shona. So Fabrizio Romano put this out 2 days ago that Darwin Nunez remains Napoli's priority and a dream target. The club won't advance or close on any different options until they've a chance to get Nunez. Talks will continue this week in order to understand how and if a transfer and a salary can be feasible. But then we also did get an update actually today from this to say that Darwin Nunez has given the okay for the move, basically. He basically says, yep, Darwin Nunez has given the green light to go to Napoli. Deal now depends on the financial feasibility, as Liverpool want an important transfer fee, and salary will also be a key topic. So thoughts on this, Sean, or what do you think about Nunez obviously going? It's probably no massive surprise in all fairness. I don't think we'll get the money back from that we paid for him, but what do you think?
I think it's funny when you hear dream move, like dream move for who? Us or for Napoli? Look, I don't want to say too much bad shit about Nunez. I'll always support a player that decides to play for Liverpool, but his time at the club wasn't a memorable one, although he was a bit of a cult hero, and people had a song for him and everything like that. Probably not really deserved, because he's certainly not at the status of the likes of Bobby Firmino or any like that. But yeah, look, I wish him the best. I hope we get as much money as we can for him, because we need to start recouping some of that money and maybe buying an out-and-out striker that can actually score goals.
Yeah, I agree with that, mate. I mean, we've got so many other positions that I think we need to strengthen right now. I think we need the money to come in. I don't think he'll be the only person that leaves from that front line. I think there'll be at least another 2 that go. I did that video early on today where, they've seen apparently that Bayern Munich want to sign either Luis Diaz or Cody Gakpo. Most likely Cody Gakpo. That's the talk from the German reports. And then obviously we've had, again, Fabrizio Romano talking about Chiesa wanting to move back to Italy. So, that's 2 people from the 6 that we could be going. Obviously Nunez maybe on his way. So that's 3. So you don't have 3 players. So you definitely need to bring in at least... I think you need to bring in at least 2. Potentially you upgrade Jadon Danns to one of the positions. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to just wait and see, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's the Nunez situation. I mean, I guess we can stick on the striker situation a little bit with this, because there's also this that I've seen doing the rounds today, that apparently Liverpool obviously working on the 3 sales, one of them being Nunez to Napoli for 42 million. What are your thoughts on that price, Sean? Before we go any further with that, actually, I mean, I think 42 million for Nunez, I'd snap your hand off for that. But
well, it just I mean, puts to rubbish or the rumor dismisses the rumor that the Saudis offered 80 or 90 million for him in January. I think there was never any truth to that. If we're accepting 40 fucking million, from Napoli, I mean, we were always going to get a loss. I mean, like, even if you guided him to the goals, he'd still find a way to miss it. And like, again, I don't mean to be disrespecting the guy, but we've got to call it how it is. He just didn't do enough, and I don't think his head or attitude was there. So probably 40 million is a fair enough estimate, or fair enough tag on him, to be honest. I wouldn't mind getting more, but only because of the money that we spent.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're lucky to get anything over 40 for him, really. But
Evening, Carl.
Oh, evening, Carl, mate. Hope you're doing well. I think anything over 40, and I think you're lucky, to be fair, for him. He's not worth the money we paid for him whatsoever. But yeah, crazy shit, mate. With all that, sorry, I just seen your message. I've got the tracking for that. It said that it was in the depot.
In Indian?
It says it was at the depot at your end.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's happening, lads? It's now the Shano show. What's happened? This is weird. So I'll just go through the comments there. Tally ho, Gary Richards. Jen says, love Nat Phillips. Good him. Muscusi. Hope everything's all right, Muscusi. Got your message there. I'm glad to hear the things. I'll never forget Nat Williams stepping up to help us during our injury. Oh, welcome, Adam, to the Shano show. What happened there? Were you checking something out or what?
I was I was on my tabs at top, and then I accidentally clicked the home button and it took me to home. But yeah, hit those like button, guys, to get the likes up and stuff.
Especially when it was the Shano show, you got to hit those likes up,
Yeah, 100%. I forgot where I'm at now. What I was saying. Oh, yeah, your T-shirt. The tracking said it was at your end, and with the whatever they're called.
I don't know.
Customs.
Yeah, the customs can take a while, especially to and from England. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. You'd swear to God you were ordering something from bloody the back arse of nowhere. But anyway.
Yeah. So this is where I was up to on it. So yeah, they've said 42 million for Nunez. The next one for a striker position is Newcastle at 43 million for Diogo Jota. Like, what do you think about that? I'll let you say your bit first this time, and I'll do mine after.
Well, it goes back to something. What I'm worried about is that we're getting rid of too many players in the front line, either on backup or otherwise. And realistically, are we going to replace all of these players, or are we going to leave the squad short and backup? We have to be competitive in all areas of the pitch. And if we're just offloading players for the sake of offloading players to recoup some of the money that has been spent already, then that's not good business, So if we're getting rid of Jota, getting rid of Chiesa, possibility that we're getting rid of Nunez, or sorry, not Nunez, Diaz, it's worrying. It's worrying.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we get 43 million for Diogo Jota, you're practically getting the money back that you paid for him. So I think that the whole Jota thing, I think again, you snapping the hand off to get that. I think you snap 100% snapping the hand off to get the get 43 million for Jota, especially with his injuries and everything like that.
I mean, I get that. Sorry, I'm just sending a link to Martin there.
Yeah, fine.
But I get all of that. I mean, we need players that are available. But again, I'd rather have him on the pitch or on the bench for whatever time that he's fit, and come on and do something rather than us being. I mean, we have the African Cup of Nations to think about as well. Bear in mind, so it's quite scary.
And the other person on this list as well is Harvey Elliott, 45 million. Do you reckon that's enough, or do you reckon it should be a bit more than
that? I think it should be worth more than that. Yeah, I think he's a great player. I'd be sorry to see him go. I really will, but. If it's a World Cup, is it a World Cup year?
Yeah, World Cup next year, yeah.
Next year. So obviously he wants to, make a difference in another club where he gets first team football. So he has to think of his career. I can understand that. And that's it. So I think he's worth more.
Yeah, I reckon 50 million or something, to be fair. I don't know, man. Weird that they're shipping out all these players, like you say. Well, potentially. Anyway, we've got to wait and see what happens throughout the full window. Let's catch up on some of these comments. Jen says Jota will not go, neither will Gomez. We've got to get Konate sorted out as soon as possible. Guy Richards says Osimhen. And then we've got Eddie, who mentions that this is why I say we shouldn't sign Isak because he's always injured. Actually, I'll share his injury record with him right now. To be fair, I did think this a little bit, but I don't think it's all that bad, to be fair. It's not as bad as I initially thought it was. Let's have a look. Because, the big news, obviously, Liverpool apparently may try and sign Alexander Isak, but it looks like they have to try and sell some players to get the money in or whatever. Let me just share this with you now, and I can show you his entire... injury thing. How do I do this now? Boom, boom, boom. Can you see that? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously these are his first initial injuries here. So back with Dortmund and stuff, and then Sociedad, he missed one game there, 4 games. The worst season he's had for injuries was 22-23 with a thigh injury, and he missed 18 matches. Then he missed he missed 12 games the season after that. And then last season, he missed 9 games in total. Obviously, the broken toe, that's something that happens neither here nor there. So, you know, if you were to take that off and actually just look at like muscular injuries, he only missed 2 games in total last year. 2 groin injuries, though, suffered in 2023. We had 12, 5 problem, obviously the year before that, missed 18. You know, like there's a couple of recurring injuries here where like he's got 5 problems over the course of his career. He's got 1, 2 hamstring injuries, and he's got 3 groin injuries that occur as well every couple of years or whatever. But overall, I think Arne Slot has also shown as well that he can pretty much keep the players fit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's a good point.
We didn't really have that many injuries last year, which, you know, touch wood continues. And is that down to the way that we actually play under Arne Slot now? We're not as heavy metal as we were under Jurgen Klopp, if that makes sense. What's your thoughts, Sean?
I think, you know, there's a good. I think you've made a good point in terms of the way the football that Slot plays. It's less intense, but just as effective, if not more effective. Under Slot, obviously, you know, there was hardly that many injuries, although, you know, Arsenal will use that as an excuse as to why they lost the league and we won it. But yeah, I don't know how Isak will fit in, and is he injury prone? You know, off the back of that, I'm not too sure. Are we going to spend the money that we would need to bring him in? I don't think so.
No, we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. I didn't think it was possible, but I think it could be possible a little bit. I don't know, too sure. Hello, Martin.
Well, hello, squadron.
Oh, Jesus, there he is. Look at him.
Wearing a new sports attire. Turkey stuff. How you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah.
You?
Good. Mate, I'm proper impressed with this transfer window.
Tell us more.
Well, it's what I love about it is that the Boston Red Sox fans are fucking crying. It's about time. You know, we get some money and just waiting on fucking Shaw to swallow his humble pie.
Oh, really?
You know, FSG, I love him. No, what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting to see how many come in and then how many they sell.
Yeah, same. I'm in the same boat.
It's because we're not getting this money for nothing. There's a reason behind it. And speaking about Harvey Elliott, you can't let Harvey go.
Yeah, but Harvey wants to go if he doesn't get first team football.
I know. It's what's his name? Kerkez. He's flying over now, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go talk about that in a bit. Yeah, he's got a picture of him on the plane and that.
By the way, Adam, we forgot to do something here. It's someone's birthday today. Oh. Someone very, very special to the channel, and that is the one and only Mr. Toby Hurst.
Oh, is it? Oh, happy birthday,
it
Toby.
Is Toby's birthday. So I want to wish Toby a very, very happy birthday as a friend and as part of AKMLFC. And yeah, top kid.
He's a man now. He's not a teammate.
He is a man. Yeah, honest to God, he's got a good head on his shoulders. So happy birthday, Toby.
Yeah, happy birthday, Toby. I didn't even know it was his birthday.
And guys, I just want to say from all behalf of my team, thanks for the sponsorship deals from you.
Oh yeah. I haven't said that about channel because I've not done it yet. But yeah, guys, basically I've sponsored Martin's team with the YouTube channel logo and stuff. Is it next 2 seasons? Did you say season?
Yeah, the next 2 seasons. That AKMLFC is going to be on our official match day kit. Mm-hmm. Training kit. Maybe possibly I might just put you onto the match day kits. And SD Designs 2020 as well. I wonder whose that one is. But yeah, this is where I've got that from. The quality is absolutely outstanding. You know, go and give it a look and get some. I've got a big order coming in for him soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're all happy about it. But
No, I'm glad that you're doing something, mate, that you're passionate about now as well. So
I love it. We got our first win yesterday.
sick, mate.
Yeah. All the hard work, the drills that we've been putting in, it all paid off. I know you've got a thing to go, a script that you're going from for tonight, and I'm just ruining it as always, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't.
I was just laughing at your little thing. Head coach of Rylands, and then I'm just thinking, how in the Lord Jesus are you coaching anyone with your broken toes?
Well, I send them for a run and I just stand there. But we have done so much hard work, discipline, and do you know what? It all paid off yesterday, and I am so proud of them.
Oh, good
Good.
stuff.
Good stuff, mate.
Yeah, let's get back to the show.
Yeah. So where was we talking about then? We talked about Elliot and stuff, weren't we? Done all that. What about this next one then, boys? Konate has apparently again rejected a Liverpool contract renewal offer, and he's now stalling in negotiations. I think this was always going to happen, in my opinion, as soon as Real Madrid's face appeared, to be linked with him and everything like that. I've always been of the opinion, if you don't get a contract signed with him by the end of this month, maybe halfway through next month, I think you start actually looking to move him on. I think after selling Quansah and then if you go and sell Konate, I think you need at least 3 centre-backs to come in, because you needed one anyway, even if Quansah and Konate stayed.
I just think that Real Madrid need to start being looked at and investigated here, because they're tapping up all these players. Mbappe, then you've got Trent. Now with the coming in for our other lads, they've done. Who else did they get for free? They've had loads for free.
They've had loads over years, yeah, but I can't remember. They've had, obviously, they paid something for Trent, but obviously not what he was worth. But
yeah, they got paid 10 million, didn't they? But come on, the way that they're sniffing around all players, these are, you can't be, what's the word? What are you looking for?
Tapping up.
Yeah, you can't be tapping up. I know it's good football and how they do it, but surely it's got to be illegal. Once maybe, twice okay, but not 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
You've got to prove it though, haven't you?
Yeah, you do. And I mean, look, to be honest with you, if Konate was to go on a free, I wouldn't really blame Richard Hughes or FSG on this one. I think they've really pulled out the stops to try and get him to sign a contract. But I think now, if he doesn't sign a contract, we need to get rid of him. All right, Philip, hope you're well, man.
Miss Guehi said here, he put, might be controversial this, but I think Konate thinks he's better than he actually is.
Yeah.
I don't think he plays that well without Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Same.
I think Van Dijk plays him.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I think you mention something to me earlier in a comment or something where you basically said something like, get Guehi in and then put him above Konate, something, make Konate sit on the bench or something like that.
Yeah, punish them.
I think I'd do something.
I'd get rid of Konate. I'd sell him. Get rid of him if he's not, like, he needs to make up his mind. Are we wasting our time offering him contracts, or is his heart set to go elsewhere? And if it is, then we need to offload him. We need to sell him. That's it. We can't afford to lose another player on a free and also not have backup. We can't have a player that's half-arsed and thinking about going to the next club, Yeah,
I mean, it's easier said than done, though. They've got to agree to it. So,
all right, Dugout.
It's just take. If I agree with you both there. If he's coming up with all this now, I want to go Real Madrid or whatever he's saying. I think he's disrespecting the crest. You don't say that. It's like fucking Garnacho or whatever it was for United. He's fucking had that Aston Villa top on to go to Barcelona.
Yeah.
You don't do it. You play for Liverpool. You don't talk about another club.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think, you got to look at it this way. We are Liverpool Football Club. We're Premier League champions. We are the bar. We're not a stepping stone for any other fucking club. And if you want to go to another club, you let it be known, and then you go on your merry way and be done with it. But I'll tell you, Real Madrid are probably looking for the receipt for Trent, because I saw some of the first game that he played. My God, he was shocking. He was shocking. So yeah,
great, right?
No.
We got Doug saying if Konate doesn't sign, then sell him. He can be replaced. Miss Guehi says Hato in as well. Yeah, like I think we should get Guehi. Guehi will help with the homegrown quarter, so you need him anyway. Since you've lost Quansah,
Boys, she's kicking off.
All right, man. That's right.
All right,
man. Guehi, what's it? Hato, you wouldn't have to register due to his age, so he'd be a decent one as well to bring in. But I still think Liverpool should go for Ousmane Diamande. Me, I know he's been linked as like the Guehi replacement over at Crystal Palace, but honestly, I'll just say this now: he is one of those players where he's going to go to somewhere like a Palace or a Brighton, and then next year he's going to be worth 100 million. Do you know what I mean? Like he's going to be the next like Caicedo, for instance, or whatever, where you could have got him for like this price. He's gone somewhere else, and then his valuation's just doubled or tripled overnight or something.
You missed Dughead's really funny comment.
Kerkez will get Hungary to get started.
Will be hungry to get started. I love it.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about that. Get rid of that Konate one. So I can show you this picture now. Where has it gone? My little presentation thingamajiggy. There you go. So there's the image. Kerkez on his way to Liverpool with his family. Milos Kerkez and his family on the way to Merseyside. The first exclusive picture of the left back as Liverpool player, with transfer due to be signed and sealed on Tuesday. We've then got an article from David Ornstein saying that he's going to fly into England today to complete his medical ahead of his move from Bournemouth. An agreement was reached on the 20th of June for a fee of around £40 million. The deal is completed. The Hungarian international will become Liverpool's fourth summer signing after the arrivals of Armin Pesic, Jeremy Frimpong, and Florian Wirtz. He'll sign a 5-year deal. Bournemouth bought him for 15.5 million. Blah, 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 blah. He had 6 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League last year, and he's made 23 appearances for Hungary also. And then says that Leverkusen are going to buy Joel Quansah. So yeah, Kerkez done, signed, sealed, delivered tomorrow by the sounds of it. We will have Kerkez announcement tomorrow. Thoughts, Shauna? What are your thoughts?
Well, it was kind of, writing was very much on the wall regarding this. I don't think that there was any doubt that he was going to come to the club once Florian Wirtz deal had been done. It's good. It's a great signing. I'm very happy with it. Hopefully he'll hit the ground running. He'll gel well with Szoboszlai, his Hungarian colleague or teammate. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. Good evening, Scott. But
evening, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah. I think it's one of those where, as well, we've got to think about what happens leaving wise. Like, we're still apparently waiting on an answer from Andy Robertson about what he wants to do. Regarding, yeah, I'll do the Gomez injury record in a minute. Yeah, Robbo. I always thought Shimikas would be the one to go, but I'll have to wait and see what Robbo's decision is, because obviously with the World Cup and everything. But I do wonder if this ties into this next bit I want to cover, because we're sticking with the left backs, but apparently Wrexham are looking at taking Owen Beck on loan this summer. Apparently, Liverpool have been inundated with queries regarding his availability from multiple Premier League clubs as well as teams in the Championship and Scotland. Liverpool are not in any rush to sanction a move so early in the off-season. The expectation around Anfield is that Beck will form part of Arne Slot's plans for the pre-season. Now, my thought process regarding that is it is not completely off the table for both Tsimikas and Robbo to move on, and then you'd have Kerkez and Owen Beck as your left-backs. That's what I'm thinking about that.
So you reckon Tsimikas and Robbo both go and have Owen Beck and Kerkez?
Potentially. That's why I don't think Liverpool want to move Beck on so quickly, just in case, say Robbo says, yeah, I want to go, blah, 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 whatever. And then you get, I don't know, 15, 20 million for Robbo. And then someone else comes in and says, oh, we'll give you, 20, 25 for Tsimikas or whatever. I don't think Liverpool will turn that down when they've got Owen Beck there. So
that's a great shout out, actually, to be honest with you. I never thought of that. It would make sense, I think, because if we could use that money to buy another centre back, I would be all on top of that, to be honest. Because the centre back position is worrying me, really, really worrying me.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Virgil obviously tied down. Quansah's gone. Konate, question marks. I don't think Gomez goes anywhere just yet. I mean, let's have a look at that injury history.
Yeah.
Ian, you asked for it, mate. I'll load that up with you now.
I mean, the only thing, John Kelly, how are you? He says Hato is the answer.
Yep, 100%. Hato. I know many people see Hato as like a left back option, but I think I've said it so many times on here as well. I think Hato could be the potential replacement of Virgil van Dijk long term. But yeah, this is the Gomez injury record. So
Jesus,
he missed 97 games from 2015-16. Then he missed another 46. Then he missed 6, 7. Then he just missed 7 days, but didn't miss any games because it was obviously the off season. Then he missed 25 games. Then he missed 2 days. They didn't miss anything. Then 2021, he missed 51 matches. Then he missed 9, 5, 1. And then he missed last season. He missed in total, 28 matches last season. So it's don't make for good reading, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I mean, it's unfortunate because when he's fit, it is grim. John really is. He's a versatile player. Certainly, we need him, but we don't need an unfit Gomez. He's not going to be worth much to us if he's, on the doctor's table.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and that's why I don't think he'll go. I don't think anyone's willing to put money on the table for him. I just how much would you pay for someone like that? Bring up Jota's injury record. Oh my god, this is what this is turning into now. Let's have a look then.
That's a good question, though. That is a good question because I mean Jota. Yeah.
Right, here we go. Just share my screen. So, shall we have a look at his Liverpool career only then? So, 2021, he missed 19. No, sorry, he had another injury. So, he missed 23 games that season. The season after, he missed 4. And then 22-23, he missed 29. This obviously includes Liverpool and Portugal, by the way. That's why that flag's there. 23-24, he missed 25 games. And then last season, he missed 18 games in total. Yeah. Again, who's gonna pay the money?
I think if we got 40 million for the two of them, I think we would be lucky. Just on the basis of their injury and them being injury prone. And again, that's no disrespect to them. I like both of them very much, but we really need to have players that are fit. and are competitive for positions.
Bond says keep Robbo for a year, let him leave for free. Robertson won't get big money. It's 10 to 15 million. And then John Kelly says, "Oh Lord, sell Jota ASAP." Yeah.
So, John, I think so.
Let's have a look, see if there's anything else going on here. I think that's pretty much. I think I've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to do on here. I've done the Owen Beck thing was like the last one.
Yeah, well, there's I saw a post there. Here's the latest transfer situation of.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
got
it here.
Targets. Do you want to have a read of it, or?
Yeah, I read it out. So, where did you get this from, by the way? I can't see.
This was from. It was an Irish. Oh no, till I check. This was Dublin, Ireland's supporters club.
Okay, so I'm going to read this verbatim, guys, what it says here. So Liverpool still view Isak as the dream target. Reports describe him as the number one priority to spearhead the attack after the Wirtz transfer, and discussions with his agent have already taken place. I probably believe that. I think Liverpool will have reached out. Do you know what I mean? Transfer talk suggests Liverpool are preparing a £102 million offer, although this would likely need to rise to match Newcastle's expectations. There's no way you'd get him for that price. Newcastle officials remain adamant he's not for sale unless an all-time record-breaking fee of 150 to 200 million is offered. They're not getting that either. Newcastle can afford to wait, having qualified for the Champions League and under no financial pressure, making them unlikely to budge. Liverpool facing realistic roadblocks. Romano has cautioned that this deal is very, very difficult and Liverpool are unlikely to pursue unless circumstances shift. The Telegraph suggests that current speculation is overblown, noting nothing is imminent and both clubs have not made any formal contact, which means there probably has been contact, but just they're not going to say that there has been. Alternatives that we should consider: Ekitike. Should Isak prove unavailable, Liverpool are exploring other strikers, most notably Ekitike, viewed as a more financially attainable. Liverpool have shown interest in signing him. He currently plays for Frankfurt. He scored 22 goals and 12 assists last season and has attracted attention from several Premier League clubs. 6'3", played for Paris Saint-Germain. He's known for his dribbling, versatility and pace, drawing comparisons to Thierry Henry. He's capable of playing as a centre striker or a winger, and he's praised for his pressing ability. However, his shot conversion rate and decision-making in the final third needs much improvement. Sounds like Darwin Nunez.
Sounds like Darwin. I was going to say that, yeah.
Other players on the radar are Victor Osimhen, which I can't see this happening at all. Reports suggest that Napoli are open to discuss him going to Liverpool, with them getting Nunez. He's been on loan at Galatasaray, where he scored 26 goals and 8 assists. Man United are in for him as well. He's got a release clause of 64 million. And then lastly, Benjamin Sesko. Liverpool have expressed interest in him. He's been identified as the potential replacement for Nunez. Reports indicate that Slot is keen on acquiring a versatile forward who can contribute both in scoring and in the build-up play. Sesko's ability to drop deep and link-up play aligns with Slot's tactical preferences. I probably agree with that, to be fair, a little bit. However, Sesko's signature may prove challenging. He's got an £84 million release clause. Sesko's agents have emphasized that the player is not available for loan, indicating that any potential move would require substantial financial commitment. That's pretty much it off there, mate. Not bad. Out of all of them, I probably would take Isak if we could get him for like 100 and... I reckon you pay him more than what you paid for Wirtz for Isak. If we can get Isak for about 130, 125, I think we've got a good deal there. But if they are after 150 north of that, I'm moving on to somebody else 110%. Let's have a look what some of these people's comments are in here. Scott says he finds it strange that Jota's not been linked with anyone. Might be that injury record, mate.
Yeah, might be.
Tony, evening, guys. I think Slot wants his squad of players and not Klopp's yet. This is where we're going to see a clear out. As mad as it sounds, I see Gomez and Jota being at the club come the season. Yeah, I could see Gomez been there. Maybe not Jota, I don't know. Liverpool 67, Jota could be used in the Isak deal. Maybe, but I reckon they also will probably want somebody who can be relied upon to be fit. So, Mark Akitike would be a better deal. Isaac's has a few injuries. Sell Diaz, get Gordon. I really don't know where this Gordon stuff's come from, and this is nothing about what you're saying, Mark. But it's just literally like he signed a new contract last year. So he's going to be well expensive to get out of there. If they're not under any pressure to sell Isak, then they're not going to be under any pressure to sell Gordon for like 60, 70 million. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. John Kelly worried about Isaac's injury record too.
Yeah, we went through that, John.
Didn't look as bad as I thought, but I get why everyone is thingy. But because as I mentioned when I went through it all, he does have a recurring injury issue of his groin. He had that 3 times in his career. He's had 2 hamstring issues. But the one injury that he had recently where he missed like 18 games, I think it was because he broke his toe, which is something that, it's not like it's a muscular injury. It's just like it happens type thing. It could happen to anybody. But he does have muscular injuries in his legs ever so often. But again, as I mentioned back then, maybe under Arne Slot's playing time and playing with, under Slot's system, you would think that maybe he won't get injured as much because we didn't, again, touch wood, we didn't suffer many injuries last year as we have done previously. So we'll have to see, really, I think. Carl, would you rather see one more big hitter come in or 2 or 3 cheaper options with potential? What do you think, Shano? I think I've been talking a fair bit.
One more big hitter come in or 2 or 3 cheaper options with potential. Will it? I mean, when you say big hitter, are you talking about striker or number 9 or what? Because I think we need to make a lot more signings than 1 or 2 or 3, to be honest with you.
How many? All right, before we go any further, then what would you say is right now with the current squad, not taking into consideration anybody else is being sold right now? So let's just say that the squad we've got now, we're starting next season with. So Nunez stays, Diaz stays, they all stay. With what we've currently got right now, what do you think Liverpool need?
I think centre backs is one issue, I think, and I still think we need a striker. An out and out striker. As Scott says, the striker market is pretty poor and expensive this summer. Well, if you in order for you to keep up with the Joneses, you have to spend that money. The market is not going to change for Liverpool. So while they may gamble, with the cheaper options with potential, we're not a kindergarten for players to find their feet. We need to bring in players that can hit the ground running, because you could be 2 or 3 years wasting your fucking time with the likes of a Nunez, or you could have an injury-prone Jota, and that's not going to be any use to us. I mean, Chiesa, that's not going to be much use to us if you're going to have to sell on in 2 or 3 years' time. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
I don't know whether that's answered the question or not, but that's.
I think Liverpool need. I do think Liverpool's most pressing issue right now with like the current squad as is the need. They need another centre back. Quansah's gone, so you need one. I would be happy with the current squad we've got now in the forward line. Now that we've signed Wirtz, for instance, I think he opens up a new catalogue and everything like that. I still wouldn't trust Nunez to be on the end of these Verts passes because I just don't think he can score in the Prem. But saying that, if he gets this move to Napoli, I would 100% expect him to tear it up in this area. I think you'd see the Benfica version of Darwin Nunez when he goes somewhere else. I just do. I know no one really cares or anything like that because it's not here, but I just think that he will thrive somewhere else. I really do. I think that there definitely is a player there. Liverpool 67 max 125 million deal total for Isak if it happens. Yeah, I'd probably go with something like that. John Kelly, really don't want Gordon. Can't see it happening.
Yeah, but I don't want him either.
Though he has been on holiday with Curtis Jones, which don't really mean much because we saw the whole Trent and fucking Bellingham thing for ages. So I'm not getting down that fucking rabbit hole again. Carl, if we did go big on another player, say striker, would they keep spending on more after it?
That's a good question. I mean, Carl, if you're to ask my honest opinion, I think it would be out of the ordinary if we spent 100+ million on a player. Because if you remember when they were talking about... No, they have done, but I'm saying... Another one. I can't see that happening. I mean, if you look at Bellingham, we talked about rather than spending that amount of money on one player, we could get several players. That was their explanation for that. Now, whether you can take that with a pinch of salt or not, but that's what they told us. Although they bid whatever money they did for Casado, which made absolutely no fucking sense because they've gone back on their word. But I can't really see, if we spend big on a striker, which you're going to have to do anyway. Just because, like Scott says, the striker market is very poor and expensive. He's also said the problem is the cheaper options aren't cheap. The likes of Sesko and Ekitike are north of 100 million. So, we're going to have to spend big. Like, although this window has been fantastic, we have to look at other players as well and other positions on the field that we need sorting out.
So. I agree. I will come back to these next two, but I just want to go straight to Luke here. Jonathan David on free. Mate, I've been talking about Jonathan David for about, feels like forever, to be fair. I'm surprised again that he's still not being snapped up by somebody. I could have seen him at Barcelona, but it looks like they're going to sign Nico Williams and that young Swedish kid who I think's really, really good as well, to be fair. Can't remember what his last name is. It's Ronnie Bahaji or something like that. He's like 18. He's really, really good. But yeah, I can't believe he's not being snapped up. I think Liverpool should be all over that deal, but we'll have to just wait and see. And yeah, he's only 25 as well, and he tore it up last year. He really did. He was probably their best player against us as well in the Champions League. So, go back up again. Where were we? Liverpool 67. Where's that gone? There it is. People don't be surprised if we sell Nunez, Jota, Diaz, and Chiesa, and get Ekitike, Isak, and Fofana. I can't see signing Isak and Ekitike.
Yeah,
can't see that happening. You get one of them, and then you'd upgrade Jadon Dan's. Fofana potentially could see that. To be fair, I really could see that one. Where were we up to this? John says, as a fan base, we don't deserve another Nunez episode. Yeah,
exactly.
He also says supposedly David wants massive wages. Yeah, I think that might be it, mate. To be fair, that probably is the reason why no one's picking him up. And yeah, that's the player, Luke. That's the player who Barcelona have signed. He's really, really good. I think he's from Copenhagen or something like that. He had a really decent season. He's been pretty good in like the youth teams and everything like that. I think he's only like 18 or something. He could be like one of the next wingers, you know, from Barca that we, you know, like Yamal and stuff like that. So Liverpool 67. Don't be surprised, 8 to 9 new faces in. So we've already got 4. So another 5 on top of that. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Complete side note, cracking shirt, Shano, from Scott.
Thank you. That's Jack Designs, but bear in mind we are in partnership with number 19 apparelco.com. So yeah, I love Jack Designs though, I have to say.
Bon, why has no one signed David? Is there a problem with the player's attitude? I don't know. I've not heard anything like that, but maybe it's something to do with what John said here about him wanting massive wages, because I can see that, you know, this is one of those times where your contracts run down and you can start asking for stupid money because the clubs don't have to pay anything for transfer fee. Right, Martin, how you doing, mate? Red War FS LFC.
Right,
go check out this channel, guys. Martin, any news on Kerkez? Yeah, mate. Apparently it's going to be all sorted out tomorrow. By the looks of things, mate. Announcement tomorrow. Apparently flew in earlier on today. So yeah.
Lucas, you know the Ronnie fella that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you see it there?
Yeah. I showed that earlier on. Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. Carl said if it's just wages, he won't be earning anything anytime soon. Yeah, he's only got like 7 days left of his contract. Yeah, second part of the medical tomorrow and announcement tomorrow. So yeah, it should be all done. Scott says it wouldn't surprise me if a few clubs are viewing David as a backup option in case they can't get their plan A. Not a bad shout, mate. Not a bad shout at all. Let's have a quick look, see if there's anything kicking off over here, shall we? All right, okay, so apparently Sky Sports are running with Kerkez has arrived at Liverpool's training ground. There is a video here. I can show you it right quick. Let me find it.
Hope everything is okay, Martin, with you.
Oh, sorry, mate. Hope you're well, Martin, pal. I'll share this video with you now. Let me know when you can see it, Shauna.
Yeah.
Medical. Now I know what you're thinking, Vicky.
I'll turn the thing off just so I don't get done with it about that. So apparently this is Kerkez coming in. Is he actually there? No. I didn't see him. Did you see him?
I did, yeah.
What, like his shadow?
He just got out of the car there.
Oh, well, there we go. Apparently that was Kerkez arriving. I can't see it. I must be blind. Where are we up to? Ian Kane, I totally agree. We would like to see Hato at the club, and I rest my case. Gomez has to go, unfortunately. And you followed that up there and there. I rest my case with Gomez. He has to be moved on. Save on wasted wages, if nothing else. Mark, Red Raw, Kerkez having medical. Yeah, that. Just a bug, I think. Oh, mate, I had some last week, to be fair. So there is something going around, mate. So I hope you're well, Martin. Just, you know, try to stay hydrated and stuff like that as best you can, pal. Liverpool 67. If Konate stays, I can see we sell both left back, Gomez, and buy 2 hybrid centre backs. 2 hybrid centre backs I can think of right top of my head is one that you like, Shauno and Ashio, and the other one is Hato. To see. Luke, Malik Fofana links again today. What we reckon? I did a video on that one earlier on. It makes sense why Liverpool would want him. Let's have a look. I'll get his profile up on here. I think he's only like 19 or something like that, isn't he? 20, sorry, he's 20 years of age. So 20 years of age, playing for Lyon. Let me share my screen. There you go, guys. That's his stats for last year. 41 games, 11 goals, 6 assists for a 20-year-old. Most of them came in Europa League, to be fair, so that's not too bad in less amount of games as well. Contract expires in 2028. He mainly plays here over on the left-hand side, but can also play on the right-hand side. and his current market value is at 30 million euros. So what's that? Probably 25, 27 million pounds. So not too bad, I suppose.
I'd go for him. I would go for him. Hello, Irish Red.
Red's feeling very weak from time to time this year. Oh, mate, I hope you're well, mate. Everyone just try and stay, hydrated. That's the main thing you need to do. Doug, been a member for 8 months, up the 20 times, new era, Arne Slots, Reds, 100%, pal, 100%.
Absolutely. And bear in mind, guys, our VIP membership is anything from $1.99 to $2.99 per month. I mean, what would that get you? Maybe wouldn't even get you a cup of tea, but you're in with a great opportunity and chance to win a spot prize every month, where you can win a t-shirt of your choice by Number 19 Apparel Co. So they I should do a voiceover. I'm really good at
that. Bond says he'd keep Gomez. His wages can't be that high. I'll have a little quick look. He's a replacement for Chiesa, apparently. Yeah, I've seen that, mate. Yeah. But to be fair, I think I mentioned in that video, it's a bit weird that they're saying he's a replacement for Chiesa when, Chiesa was brought in to be someone to compete with Salah on the right, sorry. And then we already had people on the left, as in Gomez and Gakpo and Diaz, and then you're going to bring somebody else in to play over there. Well, yeah. Asked this earlier, what numbers do you think Frimpong, Wirtz and Kerkez get? I reckon 30 goes to Frimpong. I agree with that. Wirtz 27 and Kerkez 12. I think Kerkez gets the number. I think Kerkez gets number 3 because that's what he wears now. Wirtz. I think it depends. It depends for me. If we sell Diaz, I think he takes the number 7. But I do think whatever it'll be, it will have a 7 in it because I think that's what he normally goes for, doesn't he? So, and he has wore 27 before as well. Ah, yeah, Endo's number 3, innit? I forgot about that. I forgot about Endo wearing number 3. 12 for Kerkez then. Maybe.
Endo the number 6, Carl is saying.
Give Endo at number 6, yeah. Okay. Maybe. I'll have to wait and see, what we. Guehi will get the number 6 if he signs. Red Raw says, this is opening a bit of a debate, is this? Robbo's 26 in here, I think. Ain't Robbo number 26?
Robbo's 6, yeah, so maybe give him a 6.
I thought Robbo was 26, wasn't he? I swear he's got 2 numbers on his back.
I think you're right, actually.
Where are we up to with this? 4 finals, a top talent, says Red Raw. Irish Red, non-LFC. Liverpool are bridesmaid LFC. Our shit show of a club, 100%. Mark Konate doing a Trent, stick him on the bench. With it being a World Cup year, he must play like all players. So we should play Guehi alongside Van Dijk. I think that might not be a bad shout, mate. Evening, David. Hope you well, pal. Luke reckons that Wirtz gets the number 23. And I forgot about the number 3. And then the 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 26 for 20. Gieser's old number. Give Ryan Gravenberch the number 6. I think he likes wearing 30. What's he wear? 38? Gravenberch. Is it 38 or is it 33? Something like that. Anyway, I think he likes wearing that number. He wore that over in Bayern Munich as well. So, yeah. Anything else, Sean, or anything else you want to bring up, talk about?
Oh, I think you know. So, like, I've been over in Amsterdam, so I haven't really had much time to kind of look over videos or the news, to be honest with you. Been doing a lot of walking and, enjoying the sights and what have you. A friend of mine sent me this screenshot of Mr. James Pearce retweeting a post or a tweet that he posted up on the 2nd of June 2019, and the retweet is just this. The tweet is 2nd of June 2019. The FSG out lads have gone quiet and haven't heard a peep from the net spend boys. Now, this is the very reason that I detest this ass-kissing weasel, pencil nib dick. Regardless of your views of the owners, we're all fans. We all want to see Liverpool do well. We'll always celebrate, when Liverpool are doing good business, when they win the Premier League, for fuck's sake. So Pearce is just one of many that throws a dig in, gets a reaction, looks to divide the fan base, basically. And it's high time that we don't give him the attention that he desperately looks for. Journalists, in my opinion, I'm not looking for James Pearce's opinion. If he wants to give his opinion, then let him be a fucking pundit. But he's a journalist, and he should remain impartial and not be influenced by the elite. Reporting is actually reporting on what is factual. So if you can't do that, get a new fucking profession. That's my take on it. To go on about the fucking transfer window when we're, a week into it, and then talk about the FSG out, gone quiet, and haven't heard a peep from the net spend boys. Weren't you giving out about the fucking net spend about 2 years ago, James? So, and do you not get the whole thing behind the net spend boys? Is that obviously Liverpool fans want to see us do well. So if the net spend is good and we brought in the players we need, then that's a success for all of us, including the net spend boys. Or are you that fucking thick? So and I'm telling you, please tag or do a timestamp on this and release it, because I want to make it very clear, James, crystal clear to you. You are a weasel. You and all the others that are acting like this, you're a weasel, an absolute weasel, and I absolutely detest you for it. I mean, we're making fantastic business. We've won the Premier League, and you are acting the weasel. There is no Liverpool fan, regardless of what their fucking opinion is of these owners, whether you like them, whether you dislike them, whether you just tolerate them. There is no Liverpool fan out there that is not going to be happy that we won the Premier League, that is not going to be happy with the signing so far. But we just calculated with the potential sales and what we brought in, that we've already made even. So shut the fuck up, James. Just shut the fuck up.
I said to you, you're doing what you wanted.
I know, but James, just shut the fuck up. Just be a journalist. I'm not interested in you being a pundit. And he's after getting a shitload of abuse on X. And I don't usually, support that, but he's a little weasel to go and Garrett Roberts is the exact same. Fucking Chris Bashcombe is the exact same. Redmen TV are the exact same. I'm fucking fed up with it. Stop creating a goddamn narrative that just is not there. Garrett Roberts and fucking Mo Stewart, have in order to win a squabble, they want to see Liverpool wobble. Who the fuck comes up with that shit? Who comes up with that? If they weren't passionate about Liverpool Football Club and wanting the owners to step up and wanting them to spend necessary money, why would they go out of their why would they go online and ask for that? Why? So stop fucking speaking for people that don't like these owners, and stop speaking for people that are worried about the net spend. We're worried about bringing in the players that we fucking need.
Well, my thoughts on all of this, if anyone's interested, is as I said to you earlier on, I think from both sides it's just stupid. Like, I think it's stupid for people to be getting annoyed and even thinking about the net spend when it's 7 days into the fucking transfer window. Like, who cares?
What a knob, though. What a knob.
And then it also, as well, from the people that are celebrating the transfer window so far, you don't really know, like, what's going to happen come the end of, like, I said all along, I will judge what's happened in this window come September. I'll have my opinions and I'll have thoughts about what players we bring in, what players we sell, where they'll play, where gaps are in the squad, yada, yada, yada. But I ain't going to start, like, saying we've had a great window until the fucking window's shut.
This is exactly what I said.
We could go and sign Isak, fucking Guehi, another, like, Hato, for instance, let's just say. We could go get another striker, whatever, and we could spend 250, 300 million, whatever, right? But then if we go and sell Alexis McAllister to Real Madrid for 100 million, or if we go and sell, so let's say we're bringing them players, then we sell McAllister, then we sell Konate, Robbo, Shimikas, both gone, Nunez, Diaz, gone. Like, then it doesn't balance it. It doesn't look good, does it?
This is the reason why I said, right? This is the reason why I did a Photoshop of James Pearce and John W. Henry on Brockback Mountain. That's exactly why I did it. And James Pearce brought up an article where he mentioned my little Photoshop genius. But that's why I do it, James. That's why I did it. Because you're so influenced by the elite. They might as well have a hand up your ass and start getting you to talk. Do you know what I mean? It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic to go on about the net spend, boys. Our whole objective as Liverpool fans is wanting the best. The difference of opinion of how to achieve the best is where you want to create the divide in. There is no Liverpool fan that doesn't want Liverpool to succeed. So no matter what little sonnets or what little fucking poetry fucking things that Mo Stewart and fucking Gareth Roberts does, they just want to win the transfer window, and in order for them to win a squabble, they want Liverpool to wobble. Stop talking through your ass. Stop talking through your ass. Nobody, no Liverpool fan wants that. If we do well, let's review this transfer window at the end of the transfer window.
Because, like I say, like, it's like I say, like, you know, if even if we you know, sorry, I'm reading people's comments. If James Pearce he has put that out, he could make an ass of himself if Liverpool, like I said, like, this could be it. And then they go on and sell 5, 6, 7 players, and we've got a net spend of, again, I don't really give a shit. But let's say we've made a profit again of like 70 million. Then it don't make sense. So anyway, I think we've got our points across.
Well, the one thing that I will say is isn't it funny how James Pearce was meant to be the Liverpool correspondent at The Athletic, yet David Ornstein is the guy that's coming out with stuff. So maybe you got downgraded or whatever because of your mouth and the way that your tweet and stuff like that. And I thought that, you know, people in a professional capacity need to be careful with their actions online. Certainly I would have to be in my profession. So I don't know how in the Lord Jesus that these journalists that are part of the clique, part of the told the liners, get to spout off that crap. I think it's very unprofessional. And James, you're the bell end. That's it. As John Kelly says, he's a poisonous bell end. Martin Mason says that we are going to get a strike now for bullying talk. Mark says Pearce is the most negative on Liverpool transfers. If you split the money we are now spending between the 3 years we didn't, it's very small. So FSG keeps spending. We need quality players. Well done, Luke. He says hit the like button. Martin Mason is telling me to put my teeth back in. All original, mate. All original. Net spend means nothing as long as the players are good signings. Absolutely, Bon. Absolutely. Spectre, hello to you, sir. Just came in already. Shano is having a rant. Go on, lad. Red Raw, Martin, make sure you subscribe to him as well. Even if we get Mark Guehi, I think there's still an argument to get another centre back as well.
Yeah, Martin, I think we needed a centre back before we lost Quansah. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that's. I think we need at least 3 centre backs. That's what Martin or Adam and myself were talking about. Loving your 05 vibe shirt. That was from Jack Designs, but we are in partnership with Number 19 Apparel Co. We'll have in excess of 400 million spend this winter, and the spend will be between 250 to 300 million. Again, Liverpool 67. As long as we bring in the necessary players, as long as there's no kind of shortage of backup, that's all I care about. If we leave a position short or the backup short for any position on the start on the pitch, then that to me is bad. What I'm talking about is necessary spending, and these ass clowns that are told what to say by the club or by the PR of FSG, they put out the narrative that we want to spunk money up against the wall, and this is a case of us playing FIFA Manager for too long in our bedrooms. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Poor James is now bad news Pierce.
To be fair though to him as well, like, and again, I'm not defending him here with this, but whenever something bad always comes out, recently James Pearce is the one that breaks it. All the good news is like Ornstein or Joyce or whatever, and everything that's like bad seems to always come from James Pearce.
Sorry, I'm just throwing empty bottles because the dogs are giving it. I think I gave them a picture of James Pearce, which they're tearing up between the two of them. But no, I think that there's so many of them that are doing this, and it's time now to put an end to this narrative that there are a certain selection of fans that would rather us win a transfer window than the league. That is utter nonsense. Or that we want to win a transfer window, or that we want to just throw money about the place and then we'll be happy. That's utter codswallop. And there's no facts to it. And the reason why these ass clowns will not have someone that opposes these owners into a debate and will not have someone that is skeptical about them or thinks that they should be, dipping their hand in their pocket is because they would be afraid of people putting them straight and telling them, well, you're actually misleading your viewers. You're misleading your followers. That's what they're doing. So anyone that subscribes to that, you are being fooled by them completely. Because no one ever said we should spend money stupidly. No Liverpool fan ever said that. None. And it's starting to really, really fuck me off when you have these people that have a platform, a bigger platform than anybody else, and is making fools out of people and ripping them off. That's not what this channel is about. We tell it how it is. We argue, we have difference of opinion, but we don't go slating people like James fucking Pearce did.
Well, you did just a little bit, but yeah.
I know, but James Pearce is okay. Fair enough. But James Pearce, in fairness, Adam, that's just not on. It's just not.
No, I agree, but I'm just pointing out.
No, I get that, but I have no, I'll be honest with you, I have no respect for most Liverpool reporters and YouTubers and podcasters that spout that shit. I've no respect for them, none whatsoever, because I don't think they give people a fair deal, and I think they're liars. Each and every single one of them are liars if they spout that off. And I genuinely wish and hope that you do a timestamp on this and re-release it, because I think it needs to be said. I know you don't want to be, confrontational, but I do think this is really, really important. Yes, the transfer window is excellent so far. Yes, it surprised me. That's great. But we're also selling players, and that has me slightly worried. But I will make my decision on this window at the end of the window, not like James Pearce, where he's premature ejaculating over a fucking week.
Happy? Let's catch up with everybody here before we get off, mate. Luke says you'd think it was James Pearce's money. True. Red Raw made a great James Pearce video a few months ago on his channel after losing the Cup final. Martin spoke the truth. The rest of us think about these clique of journalists. JT, all right, folks, just tuned in for Shauno's best Liam Neeson's impression. Watch out, Pierce. Shauno will find you. John Kelly, with football fans, not accountants, we don't give a shit about the net spend. 100%.
Exactly, John, and exactly, Spectre. I mean, I've been talking about FSG and the way they went about their business before anybody else was. That's not. I want FSG to sort it out, not FSG out. I want them to sort it out. We don't need the hassle of trying to bring in new owners and gambling whether they're going to be good enough or not. I'd rather just them sort it out.
Liverpool 67. Even before transfer window opened, we needed rat replacement, a centre back and a DM, then upgrading as many as possible. Yep. Bon, didn't Klopp have a run-in with Pearce? Yes, he did.
He did. He did. And I wonder why. And guess who went back to defend them?
Yeah. Scott, it was petty and immature, the tweet from Pearce. All it did was cause arguments and divide. Just completely unnecessary. I wonder what time he did it. I wonder if he'd had a drink or whatever. Sean, actually, I've got to send you something about another one of these journalists, right?
Oh, fuck me.
I am not talking about this live, but I have seen something that I will send you about one of these journalists that's, I'll give a hint. He became quite big around football stuff about 2 to 3 years ago, around the whole sale of Liverpool Football Club. If you know the name, don't say it. But I'll send you it.
Just an answer to when James Pearce retweeted this. This was 18 minutes past 8 p.m. on the 20th of June, 2025. That's when he sent it. So if he's drinking that early, you've got a drinking problem.
Right. And I'll send you it when we're off, because
you might want to send it to me now, because I might have another rant. And
no, it's not. It's nothing like that. It's just something you need to have a listen to. You need to watch it and listen to it. So we'll do it. I'll send you it. And I've sent you in my. James Pearce would buy a homeless man a sandwich and then post a selfie with him.
Exactly, Ricky. Exactly. Well done.
Just joined. Don't know what you've said about Guehi, but I would love to have him form what I've read and seen. Got an unbelievable mentality. Yeah. I think he's an upgrade on Quansah. I won't lie. I think he's an upgrade. Yeah. Right then. Anything you want to talk about, Shauna, before we get off?
Oh Jesus! If I could have another hour ranting about that tweet. I was over in Amsterdam, and I said to me, mate, look, don't message me about football. I'm taking a break for a bit. What will be. I'll catch up when I get home. And what does he do? He sends me the tweet, and I did a video in the Airbnb, my bedroom, and I sent it to Adam, and I was 3 sheets to the wind, I won't lie. So that didn't help. So I'm glad he didn't put it up in the end. But
when I was watching it, I was like, I'm not putting this up.
I was like, fuck you. No, but I got so annoyed with it, because it's just so not necessary. And the last thing that we want as a football club is a divide. I mean, there's plenty of rival fans that take the piss out of this fan base, take the piss out of the city, take the piss out of the club. And to see that from a journalist or a podcaster or a YouTuber that want to keep their exclusives, but want to then divide the fan base and to say that they're true Liverpool fans is just, or that they speak for Liverpool and the Liverpool fans globally is rubbish. It's rubbish, and people need to cop on, and they need to wise up, and they need to unsubscribe and unfollow stuff like that, because the more attention they get, X will fucking give them more and more money for the amount of attention that they get.
Last question for the night then, guys. Do you think with the Adidas deal, Adidas give Liverpool more money towards transfers behind the scene, under the table? Nah, I doubt it, mate, because it'll pop up on the on everything that they do. I do think the Adidas deal is behind the delay on shirt numbers being announced, though, because I don't know about that, because they play, don't they, in the night kit as well, don't they? Because we've got a few preseason games, haven't we, before the Adidas deal comes into effect. So
I think there was a release date there that I saw. I'm not too sure. I think is it August 1st or something like that.
Yeah, it's the first game they'll play with the new kit on will be the Community Shield. So we've got to go all preseason in the old stuff. So
I think it goes hand in hand that if we bring in kind of like marquee signings like Wirtz, like Kerkez, it's obviously going to drive up the sales of the jerseys. I've already friends saying that he's going to buy, the Wirtz jersey when it comes out. But yeah.
Before we get off, got Ricky saying James Pearce is the Michael Owen of journalists. John Kelly, Pearce is just trying to stay relevant. Wait until AI James Pearce in our lifetime in a few years' time. Scary times. How many times are you going to say times there, mate? Hit the like, guys, says Luke. Guehi came out of the blue. Our primary target was Hato and another centre-back. Yeah, I think Guehi's come out of necessity of selling Quansah, so you need that homegrown, especially after losing Trent and Kelleher as well, who were all three of them were homegrown players. So I think that's where the Guehi stuff's come from. But Hato, I'd take him as well right now. I think you need both of them. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have all enjoyed it. Potentially be a stream again tomorrow, I think, with the whole Kerkez announcement happening tomorrow. I think we'll do a stream tomorrow. Maybe not as long as today. We keep Monday streams quite long because it's the 7 o'clock slot. So back again tomorrow for a Liverpool Transfer Daily with the Kerkez update. And then anything else that obviously comes out over the course of the day. Make sure you watch the videos that came out earlier on today. Hit that like button down below. We are in partnership with number 19 apparelco.com. So if you want a chance of winning one of their shirts, make sure you join the memberships at $1.99 or $2.99, guys. But other than that, that's it from me. That's it from Shauno. And we will be back again tomorrow night, guys, for another Liverpool Transfer Daily. So we will catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.